On January 1st, 2019, the MS Edisto with a basic design and simple interior decor was released. It featured a light gray hull with a sloped blue and red funnel that sat on the main deck, around an open promenade and near the superstructure. The superstructure included a large dining and lounge area that was and still is the main dining area on board the ship today. Its cabin deck was bland, to say the least. Bleak white walls broken with a blue band painted on the sides of the walls. 6 crew cabins were located forward on this deck, and 4 passenger cabins were located further aft, with a single laundry room. On the lowest deck sat cargo spaces with a small kitchen where food was prepared. Further aft of the kitchen is the engine room. At this time, the MS Edisto had 2 powerful engines that powered a small single-screw propeller.
On January 3rd, 2019, I took it upon myself to completely revise and refit the MS Edisto, starting with the color of the hull. After multiple color schemes, I finally decided to go with a light turquoise color for the hull, while I changed the upper superstructure's paint color from gray to a more prominent white color. The major structural and aesthetic changes to the ship are as follows here, and they include enclosing the open promenade with glass, changing the light colors to a more warm color, adding a 3rd engine to increase the ship's speed, streamlining the hull, adding navigation lights on the bow and stern via masts, painting the cabin deck walls from a gray to a slightly darker turquoise color, the addition of a hospital and library in the stern, rebuilding the cabins from the ground up, and adding more rudders and propellers on the ship to improve its speed and maneuverability. At the beginning of April 2019, the MS Edisto Advanced version was released with the help of SAL Innovations. The biggest change to the MS Edisto at this point was its bridge. Before this point, the bridge of the Edisto had been neglected and ignored, slowly growing outdated. It was time for a change. Firstly, the ship's advanced navigation controls were added. Then controls for the lights and emergency power was added shortly after. Once the controls had been fitted, the bridge wings were enclosed. As an added bonus to safety, more survival gear was installed inside the ship's survival locker behind the bridge, while 2 lifeboats were installed at the stern of the ship. As of January 1st, 2020, the MS Edisto Anniversary Edition has been released, showing one half of the ship in its first edition colors and design, with the addition of a gold stripe. The other half is in its modern-day look, but the ship keeps its modern-day electrics and interior design. The only interior changes made were wall colors, changing the darker turquoise to the original light gray. As a final cosmetic addition to the advanced version of the Edisto, new ropes and masts were added. This addition resulted in a change made to the funnel to accommodate a mast. And that, so far, is the full history of the MS Edisto on Stormworks.